Virginia is waiting to see if the U.S. Supreme Court will weigh in on a program designed to remove non-citizens from the voter rolls. A federal appeals court Sunday refused to reinstate the program after it was blocked by a federal judge Friday.
10 News anchor Samuel King joins us now with more. So Samuel, the U.S. Justice Department says that the program violates federal law.
And not only that, Lindsay and Rachel, they also argue that the Commonwealth has ended up mistakenly removing citizens and longtime voters from the polls. And part of that stems from confusion on a DMV form. See this question at the very top of the form you fill out when you sign up or renew a driver's license. Are you a citizen of the United States? If you forget to mark the question, or even if you mistakenly answer no if you are a citizen, then a report is supposed to be sent back to the state, saying you should be removed from the voter rolls. A process cited by the U.S. Justice Department and a coalition of interest groups as wrongly stripping some citizens of their voter registration.
Some of them didn't even know that their name was purged. The record at the DMV is still showing probably as non-citizen, and that's what got them purged.
In August, Governor Glenn Youngkin ordered daily checks of the DMV data to identify non-citizens, as opposed to the monthly checks conducted since 2006. So far, 1,600 people have had their registrations revoked under this new process. The plaintiffs in the suit argue that order violates a federal law regarding the 90 days before an election because it systematically purges voters from the rolls. On Friday, a federal judge in Alexandria agreed, granting an injunction reversing the governor's order.
What the judge said is that Virginia has to stop this program of purging citizens from the rolls, and that's a really important victory for all Virginians and for democracy.
On Sunday, an appeals court panel sided with the plaintiffs, leaving the injunction in place. Now, Attorney General Jason Miyares is asking the Supreme Court to weigh in, saying in a filing that the injunction will, quote, irreparably injure Virginia's sovereignty, confuse her voters, overload her election machinery and administrators, and likely lead non-citizens to think they are permitted to vote, a criminal offense that will cancel the franchise of eligible voters. So Virginia asked the Supreme Court to decide on this by tomorrow because that injunction takes effect on Wednesday. And Chief Justice John Roberts has asked the parties that oppose that program, something you heard from in that story, to submit their briefs by tomorrow afternoon. That's a big indication they're at least considering the Commonwealth's request.
Right. So Samuel, if voters feel like they have been removed in error, can they still vote?
Yeah, this is something that the state has been arguing, that there is a process for this. As you know, in Virginia, we have same-day registration. You can still go to the ballot box or a polling place for early voting or on election day and say, hey, I want to same-day register. You'll be able to cast provisional ballot. And other media have been reporting that some of these people have actually been able to do that. They've had their voter registration restored. So this is still sort of a legal argument here that's going back and forth. And with the Supreme Court weighing in, and again, as we've been saying, Election Day is a week from Tuesday, so time is of the essence here.
Yes, it certainly is. Well, thank you for that information. I know it'll be helpful for folks out there.
And we'll keep following it to see what the Supreme Court does tomorrow.